I had hypothyroid when I was about 21, and I was on the medicine for years, and I just never felt my energy come back. And when I married my husband, he started having some health problems. And so I said, there's something better than these regular pills. And so I ran into a pharmacist that was holistic and a doctor, a physician, and I started learning from them. I've just enjoyed it because I was able to help my husband come off of diabetes medicine, high blood pressure medicine, high cholesterol medicine, and help to start reversing as well his prostate cancer just by diet and herbals.
Welcome to Rooted and Rising, where we focus on becoming whole through the mind, body, and spirit together. My name is Lamisa, and my guest today is Cherie Bennett, a holistic physician assistant. What does holistic medicine mean to you as a physician assistant?
Well, it's the whole body approach where we handle not just the physical, but also the mental as well. And we don't just give you a pill for something such as high blood pressure or diabetes. We try to get to the root of exactly what is causing it, remove the root of the problem, and solve the problem rather than just adding another pill. Almost like when we were children, how our grandmothers had these antidotes and had herbal things they did, and it got us well in a few minutes. We didn't have to take pills for 10 and 12 days. So it's a holistic approach to actually get to the cause and cure it, not just put a Band-Aid on it.
Was holistic medicine introduced to you?
Well, years ago when I was in my 20s, I found out I was hypothyroid. I had hypothyroid when I was about 21, and I was on the medicine for years, and I just never felt my energy come back. And when I married my husband, he started having some health problems. And so I said, there's something better than these regular pills. And so I ran into a pharmacist that was holistic and a doctor, and I started learning from them, exactly how to get to the cause. And I've just enjoyed it because I was able to help my husband come off of diabetes medicine, high blood pressure medicine, high cholesterol medicine, and help to start reversing as well his prostate cancer just by diet and herbals and, leaving pills alone. And medicine is necessary in some places. You do need it. But there are some things naturally that spices and certain herbs that you can actually take that actually reverse the problem.
As your interest for holistic medicine grew, how are some ways your perspective changed as a traditional Eastern physician assistant?
Well, we were trained in medical school and physician assistant school that for everything there is a remedy, and for chronic illnesses you usually give a pill or something to drink. And instead of doing that, I started looking for the cause and start helping lifestyle changes. Make sure that you're getting a good night's sleep, that you don't have electronics anywhere around your head because it can affect your sleep. Your sleep can cause you to have inflammation, cause your immune system to be down. Not getting enough proper exercise can also do the same thing, can cause inflammation, can cause your immune system to be down, and therefore make you more susceptible to chronic illnesses, as well as eating the things that are not helpful to your body. And there are certain things that, for example, a lot of people don't realize that a simple water chestnut, this comes from the Orient, simple water chestnut, if you slice it up and put it in a salad 3 or 4 times a week, it nourishes your kidneys. So it actually helps your kidney function. Things like that. So therefore, knowing how to nourish the organs, how to help the organs, you're actually able to sometimes pull a person off medicine or prevent medication.
Inflammation manifests throughout the body.
A lot of times it's secondary to different things. It could be secondary to an injury, but it can also be secondary to a lack of something in your body. And the white blood cells go and try to see what's going on, is what happens. They go to that area. And different foods are inflammatory. There's a lot of foods out there that cause inflammation. And especially when you start getting past 40 and 50, you have muscles and joints that start hurting that you didn't even realize you had. So, it's good to know what things cause inflammation and what things will actually help you. A lot of the dark berries, the blackberry, the blueberry, the strawberries, the raspberries, and dark cherries. They're really very good for anti-inflammation, and so those are something that help also to help you prevent cancers, different kind of cancers. So it's really good if you do put fresh berries or either frozen berries and just thaw them out in your diet daily. Those really do help, and especially those people with joint pain, it will help prevent that.
Okay. What is anti-inflammatory medication and what are some examples of it?
Anti-inflammatory medication, there is like the older one would be like an ibuprofen or Motrin. Now they use Celebrex and other things, but we have other topicals, and the compounders can actually make topicals with different creams for you, or you can take natural things to help with the inflammation. There's natural stuff that you can take. Different, for example, there are certain things you can take for inflammation and to help your immune system. Like I have a few here. Um, like this for blood pressure, it helps with inflammation, and for blood pressure, the beetroot, it has nitric acid and other stuff in it. So you can have some combination gummies, or you can have drinks, or sometimes you can have capsules that will actually help. Ginger is one. Ginger is a very good one that you can have. Ginger capsules that really does help inflammation, helps pain, it helps other things. You can actually take the inflammation out of your lungs. In other words, if you're catching a cold, you're getting congested, you can make a tea with ginger, honey, lemon, and oranges, and slice a little bit of onion and make a tea out of that. That pulls the mucus out of your system, and that's anti-inflammatory.
You deserve a break, and we have the answer. It's the Feed Your Soul Wellness Retreat in Hot Springs, Arkansas, April 29th through May 3rd, 2026. We've designed this retreat for you to unplug, detox, reconnect, and restore the mind, body, and soul. With a guided excursions and designated free time, you will head back home rested, connected, and redirected, giving you the energy you need to make the best of 2026. Click the link below. We can't wait to retreat with you. What are the most common and serious side effects of these medications?
The medications, if it's natural, usually you don't have any major side effects. But if you're taking something like the Motrin or a Celebrex or something of an naproxen or something of that nature, that you can start having bleeding problems. So you can start having internal bleeding and have problems, with different kinds of where your blood is not clotting well, and so that can be a problem where you can bleed easy, or you start having a GI bleed in the stomach and don't know you have that can be dangerous. If someone's on medication temporary, say they just injured their elbow, for example, and they're on an anti-inflammatory for 4 to 6 weeks, that shouldn't do any harm. When things become chronic, when it starts going past 5 months, they say chronic is something lasting 6 months or longer. So at that point, you really should be getting checked and, have your blood work checked and everything, just to make sure you're not having side effects. Some people start having stomach aches, or be able to bruise easily and start having other problems, headaches and other things like that, to kind of let them know that they're having that effect. But a lot of times it's rectal bleeding they may have, or just the stomach aches and something going on with their stomach and the bruising type thing.
I know that anti-inflammatories can affect your gut. So what are habits to maintain a healthy digestive system?
Yes, one is this pro, and post biotic, all three combined, because that way you're getting it before, after, and doing. So you're actually getting rid of those bad flora that's in your body, that's in your stomach. You're getting rid of those bugs, and you're making way for a healthy gut by using the pro, and post probiotics. And also, there's one for cognitive and memory called organic mushroom. It has sea moss and lion's mane, and it's good for cognitive history, for cognition, memory, and your immune support as well. So that helps the brain. You were saying mind, spirit, mind, emotions, and the body. So you're getting all three parts with that. With this one, you're getting the mental as well as immunity.
Foods contain natural pre and probiotics.
There are a lot of there are some foods that you can take with it, but a lot of times people always try to fix stuff up, dress stuff up. They don't like to eat it as it is. Like processed foods, you have to be kind of careful with certain things. But certain kind of yogurt, some of the yogurts and things like that, if they don't have a whole lot of sugar in them, that's the kind of thing you want to look for. Activia is very, very good. It works very well. And things of that nature. Usually a lot of the yogurts and things like that work the best to set up the flora.
What are flora?
The different germs you have in your body, in your gut, you have good flora and bad flora, like good germs and bad germs. So you have some that actually help the peristalsis, the movement of the food and everything through. You want some there, but you don't want the bad bacteria overriding the good bacteria or flora. That's the germs, and we call them good germs and bad germs in your gut. Uh-huh.
So are those the only type of bad and good bacteria that's in your gut? Is flora?
No, you can have different kinds. The parasites are what a lot of people get parasites and don't even know they have them. That's when they've gone along, they're doing fine, they start having all kind of stomach, digestive problems going to the bathroom, things like that. Or when they have a bowel movement, it doesn't smell right, or usually it's some kind of stomach ache or bowel movement problem that's going on. You can always tell that you have these parasites, but you don't feel good usually when you have them. Usually feel tired, no energy, that kind of thing. And usually you're going along, you're fine, and then all of a sudden you start having stomach aches or just that queasy feeling sometimes.
So what are parasites?
Parasites are I call them little monsters in your gut. They're like the best way I can describe is a little germ that's in there that they multiply quick. So it's important to get rid of those. The parasites they eat upon something. Like for example, if you have an animal and the animal has parasites, you want to give them medications to help them poop out the parasites because they keep the interior gut, unhealthy, and they just eat upon the gut and just stay there, and they don't go away by themselves. So you want to get those out of there because they can cause other problems, the parasites.
So how do you get parasites?
Sometimes not eating in a clean environment. Sometimes through food handling, people handling food, and you eat it, and that kind of thing. Sometimes food being old and that kind of thing as well.
What are superfoods?
Superfoods are good foods that are not processed that kind of help you um, with good health, good nutrition, and help you to, I guess, stay healthy. And superfoods like your green vegetables, leafy vegetables, and um, your nuts like your peanuts and walnuts, certain nuts, cashews, certain nuts are really good. They're anything that have not been processed. They're unprocessed foods. They're foods that actually help you. And it's usually, your carrots, your cucumbers. A lot of people don't realize that cucumbers are also a diuretic, so they can actually help you get rid of excess water. So it's better not to eat cucumbers at night before you go to bed, not to eat a lot of them. If you're just eating a small amount, it shouldn't hurt you, but they do help as well as watermelon. Watermelon by itself is a superfood because watermelon does a lot for your body more than just taste good. It helps your body with the same thing, with like a diuretic, a cleansing. It's very good. Watermelon is very healthy for you, more healthy than a lot of other fruits as well. So that's one thing people should be eating often besides the berries is watermelon because it can cause, it's good for your guts. as well.
Do you have a favorite superfood?
Not that I can think of. I love avocados because they're fiber, they taste good, and I like avocados. That's my superfood, I think. I eat avocado in a lot of things. So I think that's my superfood, my go-to. And I love the berries. The berries taste good.
What are the benefits of avocado?
Avocados, number one, they're really a fruit, not a vegetable. They have a lot of fiber in them, and so they help you avoid inflammation, and they also help you. Your stomach, for you to go to the bathroom and everything, keep you from being constipated. If you eat them, they're very healthy for you in that regards with the gut and with the fiber. So that's one of the ones that if you eat it every day, you should eat avocado every day. It really helps your gut, and it also is good fiber for you.
What are symptoms when you fail to consume enough water?
Oh boy, dehydration. You start feeling weary and tired and brain fog, that kind of thing, when you're not getting enough water. And another myth about water is a lot of people think you have to drink 8 glasses. You do not have to drink 8 glasses of water a day. You can actually flood your system and have too much water and push out the good things like the sodium that you need in your body. Which takes me to another point. You should really stick with filtered water and not drink bottled water out of plastic bottles all day. It's better to have a glass bottle or aluminum. Not drinking out of plastic all the time. The Brita filters are good, or filters on your sink are good, or on your refrigerator are good. And also make sure that you're having water with some electrolytes in it, especially if you're exercising. Make sure you're restoring electrolytes. One thing a lot of people don't realize that train for marathons, when you're training for marathons, if they go and stop at these water stops and just drink water because they don't get water with electrolytes, that's why they end up passing out because their sodium and potassium go too low. That's why people have died or passed out or had heart attacks because they depleted their sodium and potassium so low so their body couldn't function. They kept trying to go anyway.
Can you give me some examples of electrolytes?
Those are things that are in the water, like the Propel waters. Those are electrolytes are in there. They replenish your system. They put back the sodium, the bicarb, the potassium, all of the nutrients, the minerals back in your body that you lose. So those are very important to have the electrolyte. Like Gatorade has electrolyte water, Propel. Those are the main two I can think of right off the top, that are readily available that you can find pretty easy. So it's good if you're going to do it. If you haven't been exercising and just start exercising, you should make sure you have some electrolyte water, even if it's a half a bottle, just to replace because you're not used to that, till your body gets used to that.
What if wellness wasn't just about your body, but about your whole life feeling good? The 2026 Wellness Powered by You digital planner is designed to empower every part of you with weekly insight, questions that guide your inner growth, and reflection space to help you honor your journey. True wellness means a calm environment too. In your new 2026 planner, you'll find quarterly prompts for closet cleanout, home deep cleans, and car maintenance checklists to keep your space as clear as your mind. This is Wellness Powered by You. Be organized, be intentional, and leave 2026 a different person than you entered. Get your 2026 planner now at the link below. Are there natural electrolytes?
Yeah, like Pedialyte and things like that. And there's different drinks and different things like that that you can get and just drink those as well.
What tips would you give those who want to promote wellness using Western techniques?
I would say start with getting a good night's sleep. And the main part of the diet should be fruits and vegetables. Stay away from a lot of heavy meat, such as beef, pork, and a lot of fried foods like fried chicken. More baked meats, more fish, turkey, and chicken, but baked. If you do have the beef and the pork, it should be a minimal, because it takes, actually, it can take up to 3 to 4 days for that meat to digest. Pork, chicken, pork and beef. Chicken not quite as long. Fish you digest right away, pretty quick. And actually, when you eat, you should eat fruit first. It takes 20 minutes to digest, 15 to 20 minutes to digest fruits. Then your salads or your vegetables. It can take anywhere up to maybe an hour to digest those. Meat takes hours to digest. So that should be the last thing you eat on your plate. And that way you don't get bloated.
Before I let you go, will you give the audience one tip they may use this week?
One tip. One tip. Probably instead of picking up that piece of cake or chips or something like that, which is considered ultra processed food, maybe, try some nuts, a handful of nuts, or buy some grapes. HEB has some really good grapes, or have a banana or a mango, something healthy like that instead. Start, make it fun. You can mix the nuts and the fruit together, sometime. And that's really good too. And dark chocolate is very good as well. Dark chocolate is good for you. Not too much, but a good 1 or 2 pieces of dark chocolate does help you. It helps with stress. It's good for you, and it's something that you are allowed to have.
Okay. Thank you, Cherie. See you next time on Rooted and Rising.
Thank you, and have a better day, and make the best of you by eating, sleeping, and exercising properly. Take care, and hope to see you soon.